goes, pulling right in. Oh, that's gotta be very precise. And hydraulic sounds. Welcome to Hello, I Am Clutch. I am super excited because today I am at Dulles International Airport outside the Washington D.C. area, and as part of the journey, we get to go on a very unique mode of transportation. This is a special kind of transport that's only in 2 airports, I believe, in the world, here in Montreal, and I've been wanting to go on these ever since I found out about them, and I am excited to take you along with me. This is a mode of transportation that you don't necessarily have to take here, but a lot of times it's the most convenient way, and it's a very unique relic of like future retroism in a way, and so I'm really excited to take you along with me. So why don't you just come along with me as we go figure out what kind of fun transport are we taking today. And there they are. That's the mobile transport lounges. Now you can see them, they're going around. They're basically humongous buses that are like literally like little, they call them lounges, but it really is just like a humongous bus on wheels that can take you around the airport. And the whole idea of them is that before there was all these kind of gangways here and people had to get to the actual airplanes, they had to get to them in some way, and instead of walking outside, this was one invention that they tried to make. There's so much good history about this if you ever look it up, but basically the gangways, they won, but this still exists here. Like, look at these things, these are amazing. And so these get you from the different terminals here. So I believe they go between Terminal A and Terminal D, and then Terminal D and Terminal H to get you out of here. I might have that a little bit wrong. If I have it wrong, I'll put the correct information on the screen right now. They're all gone. We're not looking at anything. Let's go for a ride. So here is the loading area for all those shuttles. So we're coming from Terminal D and we're leaving the airport. We just arrived, so we're getting out, going back to the baggage claim. And so they just have this fun little area here, and it takes you all the way there. And they come pretty frequently. It looks like one's leaving in 1.5 minutes and one's leaving in 7 minutes. So they go pretty quick. So yes, I think I was a little wrong about where exactly they go, because this looks like at the far one you can go to A and B gates. This one will take you to the main terminal. Here's a nice look at it from the side at the loading area. So it kind of just like comes in almost like a truck delivering groceries to a grocery store, or some other analogy that makes sense. But these things are really cool. So apparently some of the other ones, I don't know if they still have them here, but they actually used to be able to lift up to get you to the actual plane. So some of them you'd see kind of these knobs at the top that would indicate that there's like poles in them that basically are on hydraulics, and they would lift you up. But these are just now for transporting you from terminal to terminal, and I think these are cool. So let's see if I can get a shot of it leaving, and then we'll get on ourselves. And there she goes. It's just a humongous vehicle that just then goes on designated paths, and it's really cool to me, as I'm not really an aviation nerd like some people, but I do love unique transportation, and I just love that you can see kind of, it almost feels like the backside of the runways, because you're going between the terminals. All right, taking the shuttle to the main terminal in about 3 minutes. Goes pretty quick. Here we go. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. It really is just like a big train car or a bus, but it's such a unique just thing that I find it really, really cool. And so you can fit quite a lot of people in here. And we're gonna go for a ride, but let's take a look at the front here. So it looks like the driver will just sit right up here. I'm not allowed to drive, I do not have a license, but it just, that is a complicated console area. This is cool. Now right before we do actually leave, you can see actually like this is the other side of where it exited from, so it'll come back up here. You can see there's kind of like wheels and little locking mechanisms, and so then it just like pulls right in, and then it's very space-like, which is really cool. And I believe, according to another video I've seen, there's actually 2 of them, or at least a few that have been purchased by NASA. Not sure if they're still in use, but they did back in the day. Oh, here we go, here we go. Look at this, here it goes, pulling right in. Oh, that's gotta be very precise. And a smoosh. Okay, we have our pilot. So I think we're gonna get going. So enjoy the ride. I might make a few comments along the way, but overall I'm just going to try to get you a nice little point of view of what we got going here. This is amazing. I'm going to get you a view from the sides here as well. Look at that. Going in between the terminals on the top. Like, I've gone on trains under before, but this is awesome. So again, I think because we're going from D to H, we go around B on the outside here. But this, I mean, honestly, it's just like being on a humongous, it's not really a bus. It feels more like trains and monorail systems you see at airports is what it feels like. But it really is, you can see, just a huge bus in the sky. This is awesome. All right, going around. Try to get a little bit over here. Oh. There you can see in the distance. Ooh, it's hard to stand and film at the same time. There you go. Hopefully I'm not making you too nauseous. There's the terminal in the distance. Oh, let's go back over here. So I think I was telling you, sometimes you see the ones with the little knobs at the top, and there they are. Yeah, they got those little knobs at the top over there. So those, because those have those knobs, those can actually hydraulically lift up and down. So I don't know how often they're used, but I think you can still take these and then go directly to an airplane. So back in the day, what would happen is you would actually get off the airplane and go directly into the mobile lounge, and it would take you to the terminal, and it would help it so that you wouldn't have to be in the rain or any bad weather or anything like that. And again, this was at a time when there were no gangways, or the gangways were brand new, so you used to have to do the thing where you walked actually out into the tarmac and then walked up the stairs to the airplane. So this was a new idea, a new invention. And again, it just, I believe, just the gangway went out. I think people didn't like them as much. They're not like me, who found this very fun. I think, again, according to one of the other videos that I'll link down below probably, because it's from Tom Scott, who does a great job with his videos, who basically showed me this, is apparently people didn't like not being able to walk under their own steam. People get on off a plane and they kind of just want to choose how they get to where they get to. So these just did not win out. But look at them. Look at that guy. That's awesome. Oh, see, look at this. Look how close he gets to these planes here. This is amazing. This is just such a fun ride. This beats an underground train any day. Oh, hello, neighbor. Yeah, and there's the Dulles terminal. It's very classic, it's very retro. Again, I believe like 50s, 60s was around the time where like these were getting really popular. And there's a lot of them here. And again, the only other place I believe you can ride these is in Montreal. Woo! These turns are no joke. Don't do what Clutch is doing. You should actually just like, you know, hold on to something. But anyway, I think we're making our final approach here. So I'll try to get the docking here for you as I crash into everything. Yeah. And so as you kind of see, this wasn't a very long journey at all. Don't have to walk that, don't have to go to a train. Only takes about 4 minutes. And here we are. Oh, the precision! The precision! Hydraulic sounds. And now that we're off of the actual mobile transports, just want to show you the other side of that gate. So if you were going all the way to D gate, you'd be coming from kind of the main check-in area, and then you see shuttle to D gates is the one that we're at here, and you just get on and go the other way. And if I didn't have to be somewhere, I'd be riding these back and forth all day. And that's the fun ride on the mobile lounge for you. Now I know I'm kind of terribly backlit here, but it's not a big deal. Anyway, that was so much fun. I need to do that when I'm not filming, because don't do what I did. Don't stand and walk around. The turns are rough in terms of like trying to keep your balance, but that was a lot of fun. And I'm so glad I'm able to show that to you and take you along with me. Now, if you love things that involve like kind of fun transportation, I got this really cool video you can watch right here. That's a really cool video with some unique stuff in there. But this is at Dulles Airport in DC, and I got a great DC related attraction for you right here. This is a really fun place. But thank you for coming along with me for the ride. Until the next one, I will see you then. Goodbye. I am still Clutch.